So we're all family. When I go into the streets to do ministry, they're my family. When I come to church, they're my family. So years and years ago, last week I heard about these big gaping holes in their soul. When I was a little girl, my only dream was to be a wife and a mom, have a family. Came from a family full of addicts, alcoholics. My mom belonged to AA for 25 years. As a result of all of our conditioning and our learned behaviors and I believe genetics predisposed genes, they set forth 5 addict alcoholic children. And God bless my mother, she went to Molly Stark Hospital, and slowly but surely all of her children followed her into the rooms. And so to me, she was a Moses in our lives, a leader. I always hung out with the littler kids, have a passion for family and children. Little did I know how God would grow that in me over the years as I remained faithful and ended up working in children's mental health for 22 years. That came to an end this past year in March. I caretake my father, who's 91, and I ended up with my daughter's 2 children, who is addicted to heroin. My son is addicted to heroin. So, I was just doing my merry little thing and then ended up, having to take on this added responsibility, which was not a problem to me because I love children. They are my heart. Through my recovery, I have slowly uncovered the yuck that was put into me over a lifetime, and finally am able to celebrate and heal my inner child, which is a great feeling. So I started coming to Warrior Project. I was attending some other 12-step meetings on Saturday morning, and one of the ladies here told me about the project, and I'm gonna come and check it out. And I've always been told where your misery is where your ministry is. So, having 2 kids that were out there and addicted to heroin, I decided to come and see what's going on, and there was so much. There still is so much. My vision is like, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I met with Mandy Curtis Spotty this week from the church, and she was like, stay focused, Connie. If God told you to do the kids, then stay focused. So that's a blessing too that I'll tell you about. But hi sweetie, I can see you back there.
What's up? You talking to me, Con?
Huh?
You talking to me?
I am talking to you. It's good to see you.
You got a haircut.
Yeah, lots of things are happening in my life, but anyways, started to just stay in prayer, continuing to come and continuing to come. And one day a family member came and we were all out there and they had a letter to read from their son who was in Wilson Hall. And it was a great letter. And at that moment, and there were a bunch of little kids in the room, and at that moment, my spirit leapt, and God said to me, I didn't put you in children's mental health for 22 years to allow this to happen in front of these children. So I went to Tiny afterwards, and I said, this ain't okay, dude. And so that's how me being back there with the kids got started. And I'm not just back there with the kids. I am building mini warriors. I've had much training, trying to teach them this tiny that they have coping skills. They pouring in self-esteem, talking to them each week about, tell me something good that happened this week to you. Tell me something that you might have had disappointment about this week, and giving them an arena to feel safe in and to talk in, to get support. I don't want them to ever have to go the road. I don't want them to have to pick up drugs and alcohol to kill the pain in their lives. And that's what it was about for me. Alcohol and drugs were a symptom of my disease. I was hurting so bad, by the time I think I started using in the summer of the 8th grade, and I found that relief in a drug and a bottle, because that little child that was beautiful kind of got massacred and murdered in my family, in my neighborhood, in the world. And so, growing up and being told this is what we have to do to please everybody else just really sucks. And, there's a time and a place. We do have to learn to conform in certain ways to this world, but we don't have to be of it. And that's what I want to try and teach them. They have choices. They can choose, they may be in the middle of their parents' battle, but they have choices and they can leave the room and go do something that will keep them safe, that will help them cope, that they don't have to take on what the adults in their life are doing at the moment. So, Mandy, I've been a little frustrated because I feel like I've been back there for a while, but through the continuous talking and doing and being faithful to what God told me He had for me here, Mandy Coda's body from the church met with me this week, and they, Love Canton Church is going to pour into the Little Warriors Project financially, and hopefully we'll get some physical bodies too that are are willing to. It's all about equipping them. When I had kids, I thought all it took was love. I didn't have skills. I didn't have the right parenting skills. I didn't have a clue other than to pattern what I learned from my parents, which didn't turn me out real healthy. So when I ended up in mental health, I learned all of those things. And I got it for free. I could have spent a lot of years in therapy, but being placed there, I was around therapists and psychiatrists and psychologists, and I'm just like, wow, well, my family don't do that. And so realizing, what it takes to really raise and put into, to have healthy family. And it takes the whole family. The system right now is kind of broken up with, well, bring your kid here. Well, it does no good to, try to do this if you don't help, the family. So this is the family. And that's what I believe. If we can start impacting the children, helping them, the church is walking into a vision that I did in mental health also. And you can put everything you want into families, but if you don't go to their home and break bread with them, you might as well forget it. If you want to roll out all of these wonderful Bible lessons and things that you want them to do, if they don't have a clue, it's going to go in the trash or on the table. Go, the church, go there. Go there and break bread with them. Teach them, show them, love them, pour into them. So I hope that through this project, we can begin to do that. I've spent many days in homes and in projects, and I don't know, sometimes I think, is there something wrong with me? Because I just walk in here like, it's no big deal. But that is the way that I feel. It just is what it is. And God's there as well in the richest communities everywhere. So thanks for listening. Bring your children. We're just really now in the planning stages. So if you want to plan, if you want to be a part of, just connect with me, and we'd love to have you on board. Thanks.